Okay, I have a thought on how we can get the attention of Satan, and I really think you're gonna like this one. Blow the shit out of everything, and I mean everything! Demons, cars, fences are real popular. Just tear this place apart.
I'll fuck your world up.
Desolate enough to allow me to build the Queen Anne's revenge in peace. Before I discovered the berries, all of my efforts would be overrun by people looking to cause me harm. But the energy it would require to ruin my day wasn't worth the wasteland they would have to reverse.
Ready to give up yet?
You didn't need this, did you?
Woo! Go!
A Damned Soul's Orientation Guide, Chapter 17, The Battlegrounds. This graveyard is where dead of the previous war on Heaven were buried. Here it is rumored that demons and angels alike haunt this place to this very day.
One more.
Alright, you found one of the marshalling grounds. Satan uses these things to arm and send off armies to crush his enemies. If you convert all the control stones, we should be able to use them to get around hell even faster. Predictably, there's a terrifying archdemon protecting the marshalling grounds, so it's gonna be a fight. Don't worry, though. Well, maybe you should worry. It's a scary fucking demon, but whatever. You'll figure it out.
For a bad time?
Yeah, no.
I will fucking end you.
That was a long time coming. Wait.
Emboldened by the power of song, Jezebel set out to find the one man that could save her from her impending nuptials. Fortunately for her, Johnny's trail of destruction wasn't too hard to follow.
One night with any lover, but you have to punch a panda. Do you do it?
Ooh, good question.
Mr. Gat?
Who are you?
Well, I'm a...
We're not doing that again.
Oh, okay. I'm Jezebel.
Good to know.
What are you doing?
Threatening you. You're not marrying the president.
I don't want to marry the president.
Wow, that was easier than I thought.
My dad's making me do it. What now?
Now I'm holding you hostage.
You don't need to do this.
Yeah, that's what hostages always say.
No, like, you really don't need to do this. I'm here to help you.
Yeah, but I already have the gun drawn, so,
Are you kidding me?
maybe. I'm not sure yet, I'm kinda winging it.
Can you wing it without the gun?
It's a comfort thing.
Not for me.
What do you want?
For you to put the gun down.
Get used to disappointment.
You sound like my father.
What?
He's always telling me that life is about misery, not happiness. That dreams only exist to make people forget about their own mediocrity.
Man, that's depressing.
Being the devil's daughter sucks.
What do you want?
I want to punch my dad in the face.
We're gonna get along just fine.
Of course, Jezebel was speaking metaphorically, but Johnny didn't notice. Jezebel was eager to help Johnny in any way she could, and vowed to find a way to sneak him into the palace. Johnny frowned at the seemingly arbitrary amount of time required for Jezebel to find a way to sneak him in. But he accepted the fact that without traditional missions, this was the best way to further the story.
Sneak you in the meantime, let's... Wait, someone's...
Hey! Get your hands off me, you fucking troglodyte!
We have your friends, mortal, and they will writhe until their screams no longer please us.
Hang tight, Dane, I'm coming.
Being a pirate with no water to sail on is like being a pirate with no water to sail on. I tried to build a craft that could weather the lava, but each time the craft and crew would erupt in flames. That's why today, the Queen Anne's Revenge sails on thermal currents and arcane magic. Yes, the arcane magic is doing the heavy lifting, but I'd like to believe the sails are still doing something.
Fuck! Oh! Don't mind me, just feel free to kill these bastards. Ah! I'll be right in.
Don't die on me.
Not planning on it!
You got him up?
God, that was worse than drinking well bourbon.
Way to keep things in perspective.
Thanks, man.
You'll rue the day you dared to shake the scourge of the seven seas.
You're goddamn right they will. One more for the collection.
When this is all over, I don't suppose you'd be interested in sharing some rum.
Fuck yeah, I am. Yeah! This is what I'm talking about.
Don't mind if I do. Let's see what these things can do. Just what I needed.
Enter. A young maiden, loyal and true, eager to save the bard. Is she motivated by friendship? By pragmatism? Who is to say what our heroine is thinking?
Wow. Never underestimate me.
Is pallor returning to his cheeks? The bard inquires how he can show his thanks to Kinsey Kensington.
I want in your spy ring.
The bard looks at his new protege, a wicked smile stretching across his lips. He thinks of the possibilities. A new tragedy is in the making. And scene!
Let's go! Gotta find more. How many of these are there? Come on! This is so much better than therapy.
How can this be? You face the unholy masses now. How can you step along?
It's like changing a fleshy power source.
my sister and I are free, you are... Ah!
Let go of her!
Kinsey! Help me, please!
Viola! Stay dead for God.
Rises!
Thank you, Kinsey. We're like sisters now.
Yes.
I knew you'd save me.
Who else is going to teach me how to wash my hair? Come on! See what these things can do. Oh, murder.
on.
The wipers on the bus. Go! Swish! 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 Swish!
That's evil. Starting to feel sociopathic.
Thank you, Miss Kensington. I am in your debt.
Yep. Shiny. Oh boy. Come on! Made it. Woo! That was a good time. The only way to travel. Doing just fine. Keep it up, Kinsey. Doing just fine. Just keep it up, Kinsey. Let's go! That was a good time. Just keep it up, Kinsey. Made it. This isn't so tough. Just keep it up, Kinsey. Made it. That was a good time.
The Forge is prime real estate in hell. This smoggy shithole is located over the richest mineral veins in the afterlife. You want to hurt Hell's infrastructure? Here's where you do it.
The Barrens are as good a home as any pirate could ask for. It's remote, devoid of people, and perilous to get to. Here, I can live as a pirate king for the rest of my eternal days. The Barrens is the perfect staging grounds for all manner of operations against Satan. But first, we have to secure it.
I hate Satan Club. Why don't you take a rest?
Not interested. I got more shit to blow up.
I'm just saying I got a lead on where you can find a very nice chair.
I just told.
It has guns.
I'm in. Fucking collectibles. Alright, where's the chair?
I don't know.
Oh, for fuck's sake, Dave.
Look, I got you this far. Just search the rooftops, okay?
Life is good. God, this feels good. Ready to give up yet? Akuji's gotta be here somewhere. That doesn't get old.
Hey, looks like you kicked the dust off one of those ancient altars. Whenever you find the right power to activate one of these things, and let's be honest, you have 4 to choose from, it's not rocket science, you'll be imbued with a new arcane element for that power. Sounds too good to be true? Well, it kinda is. Once you steal the power from the altar, a bunch of guardians will appear and try to kill you. But if you use your new power to clear them out, it's yours to keep.
The search was long, but in time our heroes discovered the ability to bathe their enemies in the holy light of the Lord.
Don't you guys take that hit? Whoa! Join your buddies, huh? No!
You've just entered one of 4 soul extraction facilities. This is where souls enter hell to have their sins removed and then thrown to the streets to wander for eternity. Now make no mistake, this isn't Satan being magnanimous. Sins are the currency in hell. That means these places are the cornerstone of his income. There's 3 sections of the facility, and to fully take it over, you need to capture all 3. But be careful. Satan's goons are going to be looking to reclaim any section you're not guarding. We pull this off, you'll hurt Satan and Ultor makes money. It's win-win.
again. This one's secure. Mine now. Nice playing down here. Hell's not all bad. Are you gonna show up or what? I got. I gotta find Dex and shoot him in the face. Yeah!
Prepare yourself. Now, please. Leviathan.
My favorite part of murdering is the murdering part. Better luck next time.
Despite what he told Johnny upon their first meeting in Hell, Dane had other motivations for standing against the Prince of Darkness. Upon first arriving in Hell, Dane approached Satan with an open hand. However, no matter how much Dane tried to build a working relationship, the devil only begrudgingly extended the lightest of professional courtesy. Dane had no issue working with people, but being treated as a pawn, not as a partner, was beneath him. He was insulted. And for that, Dane would see Satan brought low, and he knew exactly how to do it. Jezebel's plan worked flawlessly, and when the time was right, she made her way to the bowels of the palace. But while she successfully managed to breach the castle walls to let Johnny in, she did not go unnoticed.
Put that toy down, Mr. Gat.
And why would I do that?
Oh, because if you don't, I'll break Jezebel's beautiful neck.
She's your daughter.
I'll say something kind at her funeral. Drop it. I knew it. It's you. It's always been you.
Yeah, wait, what you talking about?
You love her.
I really don't.
You love her! Ah, Johnny, my boy! I misjudged you. You've shown loyalty by walking into hell. You've shown cunning by robbing me. You've shown brutality by killing my generals. And now you're willing to sacrifice yourself for my daughter. You're the man who should be my son. Defiant to the end. Now listen, boy. You've proven your spirit, but don't presume to push me further.
Let him go.
Not now, Jesse. The men are talking.
Dad, let him go.
Look how you inspire her. She wants to kill me. You bring out the best in her. I'll offer you a deal, Mr. Gat. Marry my daughter, and I'll allow your companion to leave with the President's soul. It's your choice. You know where to find me.
The President's soul was within Johnny's grasp. All he had to do was marry Satan's daughter. Blackbeard was pleased. While some would call Dominion of the Barons a small prize, to Blackbeard it was exactly what he needed. An out-of-the-way place to hoard his treasure and live like a bandit king.
A Damned Soul's Orientation Guide, Chapter 12, The Barons. Once a lovely location for bacchanals and ritualistic murders, the heavenly host laid waste to the Barons in the last war between heaven and hell. I have forbidden rebuilding the Barons, so it serves as a reminder for what we lost. Only after I lay siege to heaven will I allow it to return to its former glory.
Robbing galleons and avoiding the crown was a thrill. But it's nothing compared to robbing the denizens of hell. Life without adventure is no life I'm fit to live. Here, the stakes are beyond simple life and death. Hell is where I'm meant to be.
A Damned Soul's Orientation Guide, Chapter 20, The Flotsam of Hell. Newer souls often marvel at the floating islands that surround Hades. The reality is that those islands are not rock at all. They're fossilized remains of the beasts of Babylon. Winged creatures that once served me, but in their hubris dared to believe they could overthrow me. As punishment for their mutiny, I encased them in stone where they flew. To this day, their blood still rains down, burning the pitiful souls that walk below.
Now I just need to remember where that chapter's in.
A Damned Soul's Orientation Guide, Chapter 38. Imps. Little bundles of pure sin. These adorable mischief makers serve as perfect pets or slave labor.
Well, it's a rock.
I don't know who placed those glyphs that lead to treasure, nor do I care. The chase is all that matters. Some may question why I would bother revealing the location of missing treasure when I could find it myself. But the answer is simple. competition. With no one else looking for the treasure, there is no incentive for me to find it over robbing other demons. Without another race to find the prize, those chests just sit there dormant. And treasure is meant to be found.
A gravel pit? A fucking gravel pit? We're surrounded by floating buildings and rivers of lava. Why in God's name is there a fucking quarry here? This treasure better be worth it. Gotta pick it up.
A Damned Soul's Orientation Guide, Chapter 7. The day to day. Every day will be terrible.
You hate me working for Altor? The fuck you think you're doing?
Who's next? So long, Tex. Let's see what these things can do.
Everyone's chasing the Stygian dream down here. A way to make hell just a little more tolerable. And when you're surrounded with that amount of desperation, believe me, it's easy to find people who lay it all on the line for next to nothing. Some folks think I had all this handed to me and I take advantage of people, but here's the God's honest truth. In life and in death, I worked for everything that I had. Opportunities mean fuck all if you do nothing with them. Most of these poor bastards down here whine about their lot in life, but are unwilling to do anything about it. That's not me.
Bad place to take in the view.
Know your limits. It was the best piece of advice my father gave me, and I ignored it because I was a fucking idiot. I was the director of special projects for Ultor, and I pissed it all away because my ambition got the better of me. The reality is that I'm a kingmaker, not a king. I'm not going to make that same mistake twice. I'd be a liar if I didn't say I got a little pissed when the would-be president shot me in the face. But after a couple years of reflection, I realized something. They had the same look in their eyes that I have. They were driven. And when I realized that, I knew I wanted to prepare for the moment they would come down to hell, because on that day, I wanted to be standing with the saints.
A Damned Soul's Orientation Guide, Chapter 11. Eternal Suffering. Often the first instinct a newly damned soul has is to kill himself, hoping that it all gets sorted out the second time around. Well, that's a mistake. The soul explodes into 1,000 pieces and slowly and painfully reforms over the next 100 years, So the next time you see one of those spineless souls running for cover, you'll have a better idea as to why. Why didn't I lead with that tidbit? To punish those who think they can survive without heeding all my words.
Pawn shop in hell. I'll take my chances making a deal with Dane.
I knew that when the leader of the Saints came down here, he wasn't going to be interested in hearing what I had to say unless I had a pretty fucking big peace offering. Perfect opportunity came after Blackbeard robbed Satan's palace and stole Lucifer's halo. Blackbeard knew that he had to unload it fast before sympathy. Barons. So he was willing to put a price on an otherwise priceless artifact. It cost me a fortune, but it was worth it. Satan would never suspect that I had it, and I could bide my time until the leader of the Saints was hellbound. My plan was solid, but not even I could predict a shotgun wedding.
A Damned Soul's Orientation Guide, Chapter 25. The Forge. For the time being, mineral rights in Hell have been granted to the Ultor Corporation, and the Forge is where they mine and process the materials that are used to build the very foundations of Hell. A Damned Soul's Orientation Guide, Chapter 14. The Ultor Corporation. Dane Vogel is an example for what the best of you can become. A businessman who serves as my thrall. This mega-corporation exists at my leisure, and assuming it continues to serve my interests, I will allow it to persist.
Maybe one day I'll retire and have a view like this. Well, preferably not in hell, but hey, let's be realistic.
Satan forcing Jezebel to marry the president definitely put a wrinkle in things. For one, I wasn't sure if Johnny was going to let me explain the situation before he killed me. For another, I was entrusting the most powerful artifact in the world to someone who had worse impulse control than teens on prom night.
Shakespeare calls on his new allies for aid. For without it, the story will not reach its ultimate conclusion.
Please be guns. Please be guns.
Where's my statue? I kill more guys than this chump. God, this feels good.
A Damned Soul's Orientation Guide, Chapter 6. Soul Drains. Runaway sins are attracted to these drains so that every unclaimed penny can fill my coffers. I also enjoy dancing shows and found the name ironic. The Damned Soul's Orientation Guide, Chapter 10. The Pit of the First. The center of New Hades is where I made my descent from heaven. As I crashed into Hades, I fractured the land into the 5 islands that now spread before you. As you pass the Pit of the First, it is customary, though not required, to bow your head in reverence.
Sounds like someone's singing in there. Let's see what these things can do.
Damned Soul's Orientation Guide, Chapter 34. The River Styx. The River Styx surrounds New Hades, providing warmth and light. I recommend every soul to go for a swim in the river at least once. It's quite the experience.
Boss! Boss, you in there?
A Damned Soul's Orientation Guide, Chapter 26. Old Hades. When Father cast me out of heaven, he intended Hades to be a pleasant time-out space. But my fall shattered his gilded cage, and my anger twisted hell into the world that now spreads before you. A Damned Soul's Orientation Guide, Chapter 32. Interlude. I hope you enjoyed Chapter 31's step-by-step instructions on how to sneak your way into heaven. A Damned Soul's Orientation Guide, Chapter 30. The Halo. Forged by God himself, my Halo was a repository of great power. I spent millennia harnessing its might, and even then, I barely scratched the surface of what it was capable of.
I was never destined for obscurity, but no theater company would even entertain the idea of putting on my works, preferring to read plays written by lesser men. To them, I was a laughingstock, a fool who only wrote base comedies. I was willing to give anything to have my works be given the credit they were due. Some may question if selling my soul was worth it. Obviously, those people never met Marlowe.
Hey, everyone has a hobby.
The passion plays I wrote for Satan were simple and formulaic. The context didn't matter so much as ensuring that the action was consistent and exciting. He didn't see those plays for the plot. He saw them for the spectacle of murder. That being said, the comedy about Iago and Aaron the Moor's roommates was a real hoot.
A Damned Soul's Orientation Guide, Chapter 33. The Deadly Sins. No longer just delightful pastimes. Pride, wrath, envy, lust, gluttony, greed, and sloth have become personified in the form of weapons. Only the most deserving wretched soul will be blessed with one of these treasured artifacts.
Yeah, I don't think I want to know what's happening behind that door. A silver bullet. That's the only strip club worth going to. God, this feels good.
A Damned Soul's Orientation Guide, Chapter 1. The Dead. Welcome to hell, O ye of questionable morality. Who you were on Earth no longer matters. When you arrive here, everyone from the mightiest crime lord to the elderly gentleman who takes pens from banks begin the same way, as wretched ghouls wandering the streets. As a shadow of a man, you are stripped of your sins and condemned to a meaningless existence. Eternal playthings for a demonic host who is all too eager to ply its trade.
Oh, gas prices aren't half bad. Yeah!
Welcome to Tacos Malos. Can I take your order?
Dane? That you?
Yes, now keep your voice down before someone hears you.
What the fuck are you doing in there?
You think anyone buys fast food in hell? It's a front. I've been stashing resources at the branches all over hell. Swing by all three and you'll have enough components to build a weapon.
Can I still get a taco?
You don't want the fucking taco? Now get out of here.
A Damned Soul's Orientation Guide, Chapter 24. The Black Cathedral. When I was first cast into perdition, my father built this chapel as an opportunity for me to repent. I leave it standing to remind him that I defy him not out of anger, but out of will. I will never bow to God again.